Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about Makeup Forever, their new foundation, which is called Matte Velvet Skin Foundation. So I was actually a part of this campaign at Sephora and Dubai Mall here in Dubai. It was so cool. I'll try to put a picture here if I find it. So basically this launch has foundations, so liquid foundations, and we have powder foundations as well. And if you go on my Instagram, I did 3 different looks using 3 different skin tones, so you can check that out. This is what the powder foundation looks like. It comes with a sponge and it's matte, it's full coverage. And then Matte Velvet Skin Foundation is very lightweight, but it's perfect for oily skin. So obviously it's matte. And the Ultra HD foundation is one of my favorites, the ones in the stick. The one in the stick is actually my top favorite foundations. I love that foundation so much. So I was very excited to try this one. What I like about it actually is that it does feel super thin, which, you know, I like a thin texture, but it does have good coverage, so you can control it. You can make it go on sheer, you can make it go on intense. Because what I don't like about foundations targeted to oily skin is a lot of them are super full coverage. And yeah, sometimes we don't need that. Oily skin people don't need full coverage all the time. I think oily skin is automatically, when you think oily, you go like, oily is acne prone, which is sometimes true. But again, it's good to have an option and to have a foundation like this. So I'm not going to ramble too much. Let's get into the tutorial. You can see the foundation in action and the full look. I did a full Makeup Forever look because, you know, I love doing that. I love when I test a product to kind of completely discover the entire range. And they do have some new stuff, so I thought, why not? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment below, and thumbs up this video. It helps me out a lot, and I'll see you guys soon. Enjoy the look. Today I have the beautiful Sandy with me, and we're going to start off by priming her skin. I'm using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and this is the smoothing primer. So it's going to fill in pores, it's going to make things look very smooth and even. And I'm mainly focusing that on the T-zone and spreading it outwards from there. And just tapping it into the skin. For foundation, I'm trying the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation in the shade Y433. And I'm just going to squeeze it at the back of my hand and buff it in with a Makeup Forever 152 brush. And again, I'm working in very thin layers and building it up as I go. And as you can see, I'm matching more of her neck and body rather than her face. So she is going to look a bit warmer, and then we're going to brighten things up with concealer. I'm going to do a bit of color correcting, and I'm taking the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Underpainting Color Corrector palette. Now, I depotted these into a Makeup Forever palette. So I'm going to be using the corrector shades in the 30 medium and 55 deep palettes. And I'm not going to use a lot of this. I really don't like intense color correcting, so I'm just going to buff it gently into the skin, working in very thin layers, because it just, as you can see, it takes away a bit of that darkness. And then once you put concealer on top, that's when the magic happens and it brightens and lifts everything. And this is the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer in the shade 10. And I'm just buffing it in with a 140 brush. And as you can see, this is quite an intense concealer, so I'm just tapping it in very thin layers and just buffing it into the skin, tapping it and adding more if I need it, so building again. I'm setting everything with the Matte Velvet Skin Powder in the shade Y405. And I'm using the Makeup Forever 128 brush. I love this brush for powder and bronzer. It's so good and so soft and fluffy. And as you can see, I'm not really rubbing or tugging the skin. I'm just patting that powder in and pushing it into the skin. And that's what's gonna really brighten and set everything. So when I posted about this palette on my Instagram, everyone went crazy and asked me about it. It's actually their existing shadows. It's just been placed in a custom palette that Makeup Forever gave me here in the Middle East. So I'm taking the shade M603, which is a matte, and I'm just going to put that in the crease and outer corner. And I'm doing that with a 218 brush. And as you can see, I'm just tapping it into the outer corner and buffing it in, sort of building it from the lash line and going up into the crease in a V shape. Taking a bit on the lower lash line and buffing it in. So yes, all these eyeshadows are available, but unfortunately you can't buy this palette as it is because it was custom made that way. Then I'm just going to take a clean 242 brush and buffing the edges in the crease. With a 228 brush, I'm going to take the highlighter and just pop it on the center of the lid. I'll be showing you the highlighter in a bit when I highlight her face. So just focusing that color on the center of the lid and blending everything outwards, and mainly concentrating it on the inner corner as well. And taking a bit of that on the inner corner. For eyeliner, I'm taking the Artist Color Pencil in 612 and 718. I'm starting with the Burgundy one and just creating a nice thin wing. And that's going to really complement her green eyes. And then I like to make my model look straight ahead so I can see the shape of the wing and see what I need to adjust. And just lining all the way through. And then I'm going to take that darker brown and just focusing it on the lash line really tightly and then winging it out. I don't want to overpower the burgundy that I already put. This is just going to like enhance it. And I'm going to take that burgundy color on the inside of the eye. And as you can see, that just really opens up her eyes nicely and complements the color. For highlighter, this is the highlighter that I use on the eyes. This is from the Artist Face Color range, and it is in H106 Shimmery Champagne. And I'm taking that with a 144 brush. I'm going to highlight the bridge of her nose, the cupid's bow, and the cheekbones as well. And just softly building it up. I don't want anything too intense. For lip liner, I'm taking the Artist Color Pencil in 706 as an all-over base and then lining her lips and contouring them with 610. So the first color is sort of like a warm terracotta color. It's kind of bright, it really looks beautiful on her skin tone. And then I take the darker one just to add more dimension, and it gives it that really nice depth to the lip color instead of just putting one color on. And you can stick with that first terracotta color, but I really want to add more of a depth and match the eyes as well. Just going to darken her beauty mark again. Now when I see that the look is done, I feel like I want to add a bit more of that matte color in the crease as well, just to tie everything in. I really like to look at the face once I'm done with the lips so I can see what color is missing. For blush, I'm taking the Artist Face Color again in B304 Camel. This is such a beautiful blush. I'm taking that with my powder brush again and almost sculpting the cheeks with the blush, so adding it as kind of like blush and a contour at the same time. And I love when lips and eyes and cheeks match. It just looks so beautiful. And it really does tie the whole look together, and I love doing that. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Leave me a comment telling me your thoughts. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you do enjoy my videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!